5 hours of summer, once a week. Hey, 5 hours of summer, one Saturday morning.
All right, it's time once again for yet another episode of Color Commentary, where we give you views from a different side. I, of course, am your host, Rashad. I'm joined by my compadre,
Chuck Taylor here, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be all in your lives.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen, Chuck Taylor, the Chuckster. And now Mr. Chuck is going to go ahead, before we start with Moon Knight, he's going to give us his best impression of him changing his personality to something else. That was amazing. That was quite amazing. He went from somebody that's very gregarious to somebody that's
so funny. You put me on the spot like that.
He started right here, guys. He's an improv artist, guys. We are talking about Moon Knight today. The end of a 6-part series based off of Mark Spector / Stephen with a P, Stephen with the V. What's his name? What's the last name? Stephen what?
V. Stephen.
What's the last name?
I don't know his last name.
Strange. And of course, Jake Lockley. I'll not forget Steven's last name. Anyway, so let's go ahead and wrap up this 6-part series. Mr. Chuck Taylor, what did you think about Moon Knight?
Okay, Moon Knight. Okay, I like Moon Knight. Some of the best acting in all of Marvel was in this show.
Absolutely.
What's his name? Oscar. What's his actual name? The actor.
Oscar Isaac.
Okay. Yeah, Oscar did an awesome job. Like I was like, he did such a good job. I thought Mark and Steven were separate people, like a lot. Especially they were on screen together on like last couple episodes. It like definitely felt like it was two like twins or something was playing. But I was like, no, that's actually one dude playing 2 separate parts. Right. And he's doing it so seamlessly. It seemed like it was like a whole different person. So that was really cool. Mm-hmm. He definitely nailed that role. I guess my biggest thing, I really liked the first episode. Second one was okay. I think it was the third one. The third one's I think I liked the third one. I don't know if that was the one I really liked. And then that fourth and fifth, that one was a mind trip a little bit. Okay. It was like it was a lot of stuff going on. So it was like you might have to watch it a couple times to really get everything. But I hear that's kind of how like comics are itself. It's kind of a mind trip with the comics. But so I guess in a way it made sense. But I definitely, me and the kids were watching it. We're like, I had like a kind of tell them what was kind of going on. They were lost. Like we were lost. Like what's happening now? Is he there? Is he here? Or, so that part was a little confusing. But I think they were trying to make it confusing so we as an audience could like not be able to be sure if we were dreaming or awake. If this was reality or not.
Okay. And, we didn't know if we were awake. Okay.
Yeah, it was like, because you was like, hold on, was he just dreaming the whole time? Is this all just dreaming? And then like, no, it's not. It's reality. And it's like, oh, maybe it is a dream. Is he dead? What the heck is a hippo doing on here? And why does he sound like, like Jasmine out there? It's just
sound like Jasmine?
I think it's more like Minnie Mouse, not actually what it sounds like. It sounds like Minnie Mouse. Hippo. Like,
oh wow!
Like that voice. The voice got me the most with the hippo, so I was like, "Whoa!"
Wow!
Wasn't expecting that.
Dick came out of other people's bodies, like dead people's bodies.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that part was like, she was like,
"Hey, it's like, me.
Steven needs your help." Well, no, Mark needs your help. Right. And it's like the dead dude. He's like,
I can talk to the
dead. That was like, is he talking about the? Yes, he's talking about the dead people. Okay, so, but yeah, I enjoyed it. It definitely I had to watch it a couple times to really make sure I understood everything. I don't really think it had a couple little I think the coolest part they got was kind of really scary, well, a little scary on that one episode when they were in the tomb, and that little
the
mummy thing
came
was
in.
chasing them. Like that was good. I like that episode. That was fun. That's when Mark gets shot at the end of it. But that was like okay. I like how they had a little hard shit. Yeah. That was pretty good. Like came out the darkness, just grabbed her in there. I was like, oh shoot! Like the and the camera angle, how they did this videography with that one was really cool. Like you kind of felt like she was like right in front of you, like trying to run out, and then she grabs her back in. Okay. So they did a really good job, kind of make that little horror spot right there. All in all, I give it. They did a good job with this one. I don't know how it's going to tie on with anything, but by itself, I think they did a good job. I think a lot of people don't like it.
Okay, all right. And I'll definitely say I really, really like this show. I had my ups and downs starting out, but definitely by the time we get to that 4th and that 5th episode, particularly that 5th episode, I was like, I'm all in. Like this show is amazing, and it's all about Oscar Isaac, his acting. Like, if this man doesn't deserve an Emmy, like I don't understand what you have to do to get an Emmy because I mean it was emotionally, it was emotional depth there. He's playing. It was so amazing to see him play Stephen Grant was his name, Stephen Grant and Mark Spector, and so Stephen was digging to try to understand the personalities and why is this young man here? The young man amongst all these people that are supposed to be dead. Why is there a young boy here? So he's digging. And Mark is like, no, bro, you don't need to know about that. It's okay. Bro, listen, we'll just go back. We'll hang out with Tourette. You don't need to know about that. And how Mark is kind of coming apart because it's like his secret is being revealed, but the secret has everything to do with Steven. So he doesn't want to reveal the secret, but also it'll hurt Steven. And Steven, when he finds out, not only does he find out that he's not real, but his mom is not real. And that scene where it goes back to the center, to the psychiatry center, and he's talking to the main bad guy, and he's like, "Here, let's call your mom right now." And he's like, "Please don't, please don't, please don't." And how he's reacting to that, because you know it's setting in. Like, oh my God, like I know it, but I don't want it to be true. I know it, but I don't want it to be true. And how you can feel what he's doing. Then when he picks up the phone, it's disconnected. It's like, oh my God, like his mom is everything to him, and she doesn't exist. Like, wow, like bro, like how do you get an Emmy? What do you need to do if that's not it?
I think he's got that in the bag. Like he's good. No, he better win.
Man, you know how they be doing the comic book stuff, man. It's like no matter how good your acting is, no matter like all kinds of movies win special effects. When obviously these movies should be winning, at the very least they should win special effects like all the time, because we literally don't doubt things are there. Like, oh yeah, that's there. And be like, they're in a completely green room. There is nothing in this room whatsoever.
And that's one thing, is like that whole acting thing, like to me they should have more skills, because they're doing this with like dots all over their bodies and then green screen and some pajama suits, and they gotta be so emotional and stuff. Like, do you think, like, how can you not just laugh at somebody like Spider-Man all in this suit and he over here crying over Aunt May, and so he got green dots on him, like, it's like and I mean, I don't know, it's like I would bust out laughing like this. I'm sorry, like they can just take their emotion and just go with it. That's what they get paid to do.
Exactly. So they should get credit. But anyway, again, I really liked it overall. Going into the final episode, I liked that. It was interesting how it ended. Like, it was just all of a sudden they were just stuck in bed and they fell out, and it's like, is that the end? But then the end credit scene really tied everything together with Jake really being there. It's like, okay, that's cool. Yeah. Now, one thing I did like also is you have to be paying very careful attention, but Jake shows up several times in the episode. Did you catch that?
Yes. Yeah, that was when what's his name about had him at Dead to Rights. He had him with the thing on his chest, and then his girl was over there getting shot at, and she was stuck on the truck and she was blocking her with a wing. He started rolling them out.
We know Jake was there then, but there's other parts where we saw Jake throughout the episode. Catch that? Yes.
Well, tell me when. Maybe I missed him.
it's all in the psychiatry scene. It's very subtle. Like Mark and Steven are very distinct from each other. And there are some times when there's another accent that comes out there and another demeanor. Like Mark is not vicious, he's not hostile. You know what I mean? And you know that Steven is not. So anytime you get that kind of like there's one point where he picks up like a trophy and he's got ready to stab your boy. That ain't Mark, you know. Yeah. And then there's some other scenes in there. There was one time, not in the last episode, but like he shows up with like a bandage on his nose. Mark and Steven don't have injuries on their face. You know. See,
now you might have to go watch again.
Watch that fifth one because you'll see a couple times where he's a little bit more aggressive, you know, than other times. So at least that's my opinion.
I know he came in on the when he was chasing the Arab dudes, and then like he ends up like you just see him black out, and then all of them are dead, but the boy. And then Mark is like, Steven, did you do that? Like, no. And I was like, what the heck just happened?
Right. Well, those are always the times that we know it was there, but there was other times I believe that he's there right in front of us.
Well, I didn't know he was with it. So me being that person, I'm like, what the heck just happened? Why? How the heck he just killed him and both of them don't know who he is? So I'm like, I was completely lost. And then it kind of tied in when I looked at one of the videos on talking about the Jake person. I was like, okay, it's another personality. And then at the end when they had him, you know, straight destroyed dude in the backseat of that limo. I'm like, dang.
Yeah. It
had what was the guy? What's his name? With the bird nose.
Oh, Conchu.
The moon guy. Yeah, Conchu just sitting there like a boss
right
in the backseat.
New Kingpin.
That had me going.
I'm so glad that they use that as a way to not do that tired old trope that they do in all these superhero movies and even action movies in general, where you are the good guy and you literally destroy, murder, and take apart every goon up until you get to the bad guy, to the main boss. And when you get to the main boss, somebody's there to say, "Don't do it. If you do that, you'll cross the line." You know, bro, we've murdered 27 people here.
You're the Batman. I can't kill you, but you can kill everybody else.
You can kill everybody else. Yeah. So I'm glad they did do that, but then they came back and had Jake to kill him. It's like, all right, we're good. Let me see. There's a couple things.
Jake lit him up. He hit him with a couple rounds. Coming back.
Brutality. There's a couple things about it. I was not really feeling what's her name? The girl turning into her gaining her superpowers. Now here's the deal. I liked her gaining her superpowers. I just didn't like when she gained her superpowers. To me, I would have much have preferred to see that like the second season. Like that would have been something that we didn't know was happening, and all of a sudden she's got powers. Oh, it's like, oh, now we're stepping up, now we're going to the next level. For me, it brought down the character of Moon Knight because we spent all of episode 5 ready to get Moon Knight back. You know, and all of a sudden, 20 minutes into this 45-minute episode, we finally get Moon Knight back, and he can fly, I guess. But then when he shows up, he still needs help. It's like, that to me, that brought down him. It's like if Michael Jordan were like hurt, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden at the end, in the last quarter, he comes back. Oh man, Michael Jordan is back. But it's like literally as soon as he walks in the game, he needs help. Like, well, okay. I guess.
You need his Scottie Pippen. Well, you know, I mean, I guess only thing I was kind of come at you with that is this. He was at the boss, like, dude had a alligator god, and then, you know, he had powers now and all the henchmen and everything. So it's like Moon Knight, he ain't Thor, you know. You know, so he kind of needed a little help with that one. I mean, they had to give him some back. He ain't had no backup the whole movie. So I mean, give him somebody to help him out a little bit.
I guess. I just, you know, it wasn't. It's just I wasn't excited about it. The one thing that was cool about that whole area, though, the fight between Ahmet and Khonshu that was happening behind them, that was really tight. Like when Harold was coming up on your boy, and you could see the two of them. I was like, that's cool. Like I like that. Like yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's see here. What else? Also, the pacing on this last episode was really weird, and I get it because the way the series was set up, episodes 1 through 5, episode 6 had to do a whole lot. Like a lot had to get done. Like let's see here. First, Mark had to leave the Golden Fields, and he left the Golden Fields so easily. That boy just turned around. And now he was in the desert. The next thing he had to do was actually find Steven that fell off a boat. I don't know if you've ever fallen off a boat before, but
someone walked out there and Steven was like right there. I'm like, damn, I thought the entrance was farther than that. They were still going for a minute.
Yeah.
Before they got to them gates.
Yeah. So okay, we got that part done. Then he saves him, just like he just touched him. It's like, all right, we didn't have to figure nothing out. There he is, touch him. All right, we're good. Then all of a sudden, we're about to get swallowed by sand or something like that. Oh, Tyrus there. Mm-hmm. Oh, now we got to figure out how we're going to live again. Oh, Osiris just opened the doors. We're good. It's like all of this stuff is like boom, 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 really, really fast. Oh, okay. Well, how are we going to save Khonshu? Oh, your girl's just going to go to exact same. It just so happens that the place they need to go, that the bad guys need to go, is the same place that Khonshu is. So I'm just going to follow them. And
follow them.
And also, like, how did your girl? I forget her name. How did your girl get out? How was she going to get out of this situation? Oh, she just killed a guy, made a noise. The bad guy heard it. I was like, I don't know.
You saw that too? He was like, all right, let's see. I don't think this was a rant or something like that.
So they had to do, now by the time they got back, by the time that Moon Knight flew back in the Cairo and everything, the pace was at a more regular tempo. But just getting to that point, it was just a lot that had to get done really, really fast. And it really could have been a little bit longer of an episode because we're invested. The episode could have easily been an hour long because you had a lot to do. So it would have been okay for you to put all that into that last episode. But overall, like I said, I really like the show. I'm excited. I've heard, different things. Oscar Isaac said, "Oh, this is just a one-time thing." Yeah, and I'm in and out. But bro, not the way that you ended that. No. Come down, sit down, sign these papers. Season 2.
Take our money.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right. So now you rank this as number 3. Is that right? As far as Netflix shows, I mean, Marvel's MCU shows.
Marvel shows. I do.
Okay. So real quick, why did you put it at number 3?
I really like WandaVision.
Okay.
The first couple episodes were good, but they were just like a different type of show. And then, I like how the whole Wanda and Vision thing kind of transpired. We find that the whole thing was about Wanda, controlling everybody, then Vision didn't want real. I don't know, I just liked a lot of the things that we had. It was like, to me, when that one came out, it was like, really, it was like, I don't know, it was like Hot Topic. Like everybody was trying to figure it out, figure what's going on. Right. We had all these theories. It was like a lot of fun. Like the whole world was like having a lot of fun with WandaVision. Okay. So I always put that one as number 1 because that's the one that really got it started with the Disney Plus. And I just thought it was a good show. I rewatched it a few times, because I just like it. But I like the Falcon and Winter Soldier one too. It was like I didn't dislike anything about them. Like, and those are characters also, I can say they're characters that already been on the big screen. So it's like being able to see those characters kind of have a little more depth into having their own series was really fun to watch. And I thought each one, because they have multiple characters in both of those. So you had Winter Soldier and Falcon. And then you had, Wanda and Vision. So they all played off of them. They played off of each other really well, and, I don't know. Those are just the ones I like going back and watching. I I thought, like I said, I didn't know anything about Moon Knight. I thought he did an excellent job. Probably the best performance out of anybody in Marvel, period. On how he portrayed his character, but just the show itself to me didn't catch me like those did. Huh?
I just said I would agree with that.
What you said?
I said I would agree with that.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's kind of why I had a third. I think it's the best out of the next one, but those are just my two. I like going back and watching.
Okay, all right. I may have to, I may feel differently after going back and watching, all the shows again. Right now, Moon Knight is at the top for me, but it may just be because I just saw it, but Oscar Isaac's acting was just so amazing. With WandaVision, my only thing with WandaVision, that I feel they just didn't stick to landing. All that stuff about that we were hype about, that everybody was talking about. They got Quicksilver in the MCU. Oh my God, what does this mean? What does this mean? They just kind of didn't stick that. You know what I mean? But other than that, WandaVision
still butthurt over there, huh?
So hurt. Yeah. But it's from large pieces of doo-doo that came out. So I have it as number 2. I can't remember what number 3 is. Probably Loki. Loki's number 3. I know you don't like Loki because it's talky.
I like 2 episodes of Loki. Everybody else is like, get to the point. Stop talking. Do something.
Just throwing your hair back. All right, guys. So what do y'all think? How would you rank these Marvel TV shows? And here's another question. How would you rank the Disney Plus shows versus the Netflix shows? That's a whole other conversation right there. So let's talk about that as well. All right. Well, please leave a comment here on Facebook or on YouTube or on Instagram, wherever the heck it is that you see us, whatever social media comes out at that point. And of course, you got to subscribe. This is Color Commentary. We'll be giving you views. Let me go back to last week.
Wrong show.
There we go. Oh, there we go. All right, there we go. Views from a different side. Peace.
Saturday morning.